In today's video, we're sharing insights from people who have already made the move to Baldwin County. We'll dive into their opinions, what they like, what they don't like, what they miss, and what they absolutely love. So stick around because this will be a very personal video with authentic testimonials from individuals who, just like you, once considered relocating here, but they actually took the leap and are now residents of Lower Alabama.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this video because these are testimonials from families that we've had the privilege of getting to know, and we were able to help them secure their homes here in beautiful Lower Alabama.
It's truly an awesome feeling knowing that so many people have trusted us after watching our videos. They rely on us to guide them through their move across the entire country to Alabama. What makes it even more rewarding is hearing them say, "We couldn't have done it without you and Jess and all your knowledge and your help."
Seeing and hearing how happy they still are with their decision is just the icing on the cake. We knew they'd like it. I knew they'd love it. What's not to love?
Okay, so let's hear what some of our past clients have said. And Jess, there might be a thing or two they don't love.
Oh boy. Are y'all ready? Because here we go. So Denise says, "I love living in Daphne because people actually talk to me. Tom and I moved all the way here from Pennsylvania with the help of Tony and Jessica. We lived in a town where everybody kept to themselves. People were always in a hurry. They rushed me in the grocery line, tapped their foot if we moved too slow." Ugh, I hate that. Neighbors flew out of their driveways in the morning. One neighbor almost ran over my cat. Oh my gosh, I'm so mad. It's been so refreshing living here in Daphne. Making friends has been easy. Our neighbors on both sides of our home are now our friends. We barbecue together and have drinks on the weekends. It's awesome. We love hearing that.
And they don't run over their cat.
Yeah, heck yeah. The church we go to knows us by our first names. That's amazing too. I'm also not getting dirty looks for asking the cashier how her week's been. It might not seem like much to some people, but something this simple has elevated our lives. I think Tony and I can both testify to this.
Oh, definitely can. We grew up in the Chicagoland area, and people are known for being in a hurry and just rude or just go, 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 however you want to look at it. But everyone was always moving very fast, and they never really had time to just stop and have a good conversation.
Yeah, moving fast and driving fast. Where we lived, you always had to drive defensively and stay ready for everything and anything.
And this next testimonial actually talks about the driving down here. Phil shared with us his opinion of the drivers he's encountered since moving to Foley. And he says, "I really like living down here in Foley so far, but the people who really need to go back to driver's ed, nobody uses turn signals, and there just seems to be a lot of accidents. Every time I leave, I feel like I'm going to be in a wreck." I'll be honest, we hear this pretty often. All I can really say is that accidents happen every day, anywhere. I don't care where you go. With the growing population in Baldwin County, it might seem like there's more accidents, but there's just a little bit of more people here than there were before. There's more businesses, there's more people traveling on the roads every day, and accidents happen.
People driving while texting is a huge issue these days too, so that might have something to do with this as well. I don't attribute it to being an Alabama thing. This sort of thing happens everywhere in the entire world. Okay, on to my next little piece of paper. I've got Chrissy. I know Chrissy. So Chrissy said, "I love where we moved to. We came from Charleston, South Carolina, where things were changing and heading in a direction I didn't agree with, specifically in my children's elementary school. My parents found Tony and Jessica on YouTube, Hinklin and Hilda, and so we reached out to them to help us find our home. Every day I'm incredibly grateful that we decided to move to the area. This community is so welcoming and the schools are outstanding. My kids are thriving like never before. I no longer have the worries I did with their old school. And that has been one of the best parts about moving here. Plus, we love having easy access to the water and the beaches, especially since we just bought a boat."
This is a recurring theme we hear from many of our buyers or our clients in general. Families are often reaching out to us because they're drawn to Baldwin County school systems. And it's no secret that many schools elsewhere are allowing things that just really don't align with a lot of people's values and just a lot of families in general. Here in Baldwin County, we don't see much of that going on, And for many people, that's a really good reason or reason enough to move here for their family.
We really do have a great school system here and plenty of private school options too if you're wanting a smaller class size. We have a child in both public school and one in private school. They're both getting a great education and we love both environments equally. Okay, next let's hear what Montana has to say. Okay, so she said a lot of the same stuff as other people, but she also shared with us that she's not too impressed with the nightlife here. It's boring here. There's no good bars or clubs. Nightlife consists of country bars. Also, everyone moves here really slow. People drive under the speed limit and it's so annoying. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions. And if I'm being honest, what she said are some of the things that I happen to really love about living here.
And when it comes to nightlife, you got a handful of local establishments, but you're not going to find a nightclub out here. This isn't Scottsdale, Arizona, okay? It is a lot more quaint and a lot more relaxed. This is Baldwin County, Alabama, where the population of the entire county is under 250,000 people. So if you want a more lively party scene, you can probably go to Panama City Beach or somewhere down by Floribama. But even that might be too relaxed for some people. For us, it's just right. And we're in the deep South here. We like to take our time. We're not in a hurry to get anywhere. That's the biggest appeal about living here. So if you want to live in a relaxing environment that quiets down early and on Sundays and, Mondays, then this is the place for you. This ain't city living. So be sure you understand that before you make a move here. Watch our videos entirely so you get a good idea. Don't come here and be like, oh, I hate the bars. Sorry, Montana. But I've told you this before. It's the truth.
Yeah, and in addition to Floribama, New Orleans is 2.5 hours away in case you need to get your party fixed. And then you have Panama City, like Tony mentioned, which is just 3 hours away, which is widely known as a party destination.
Next is from Mike and Diane. And they said, we love Fairhope because of its charming downtown. Being retired, it was most important for us to have access to fun things to do. And there's never a dull moment in this little town. But live music at restaurants, farmers markets and festivals, our calendar has been booked full year round. And I understand they have something to look forward to. That's great. I love it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It doesn't matter what season of life you're in Baldwin County, there's no shortage of things to do to keep you busy or entertained or even relax.
Yeah, you name it.
Yeah, and I have to agree, Fairhope is the fan favorite for so many people.
A lot of retirees flock to Foley and Fairhope, and we don't blame them. I could definitely spend my golden years living close to the bay or the beach, grabbing a coffee or going to lunch downtown. You can quickly get on a first-name basis with shop owners and just about everyone you walk past. So there's always something that you have in common with them. Just about everywhere.
Yeah, and this is just something you don't find everywhere. Okay, so Tom says, I wasn't prepared for all the traffic in Gulf Shores, but I know it comes with the territory and being close to the beach makes it worth it. I think he nailed it. Congestion or traffic can be a nuisance the closer to the beach you get, especially during tourist season, but it's a trade-off and one that's well worth it in my opinion.
All right, so Linda relocated here to take advantage of the lower cost of living. And she said, as a retiree with some health concerns, the move made a lot of sense for me. While I appreciate the warmer climate, the summers can be quite intense. And I've noticed people that are in Fairhope aren't as welcoming as I had hoped, which is why I decided that I want to move to Foley instead. I'm happier in Foley because I'm just 20 minutes from the beach. And I have some really friendly neighbors here. I have to say, it isn't the case for everyone, but we're glad to hear that Foley is a better fit now. And sometimes it takes a couple tries to find your place and your people. And we're glad that we helped you find yours, ultimately, even though it wasn't the first time around. We don't always do that. But I mean, sometimes it's just different strokes for different folks.
Okay, and here's what Scott said. It's hard to find contractors to respond to you. It seems like they're all too busy to even call me back. Oh, shoot. What do you have to say about that?
Honestly, that's why we put together a list of reputable contractors, all of whom either I've worked with or our past clients have worked with, and they have a proven track record who get the job done. And even still, they may not get back to you the quickest, but They're all fully licensed and insured, and they come highly recommended by just about everybody. And if they don't, we take them off the list. We provide you this list a little bit further on when you start working with us, and we recommend you use it whenever possible so that you can ensure you're using someone that, again, that we've vetted.
Okay, this one's funny. Steve says, there's no good pizza here. Yeah, don't remind us, Steve. Any advice for this one, Tony?
I say that, she says that, but yes, we actually do have some good advice. tasteofchicago.com will ship you Illuminati's pizza nationwide.
Non-make-home main pizza.
Problem solved. It's really easy.
Okay, I like Section Street Pizza in Fairhope. So there's.
I do love Section Street Pizza in Fairhope.
Okay, Teresa said, no regrets. I love the Southern hospitality. I love my new church. I love the slow-paced lifestyle. We can definitely agree with all of the above.
Okay. Sean says, moving my family here has been a game changer. We are outside more than ever, and I can fish and golf every single weekend, which is my kind of guy. Everyone is very happy with their new home.
That's awesome to hear. Okay, Chelsea said, the novelty hasn't worn off. Even after 4 years, Daphne is still a dream. I have the beach just an hour away. The bay is around the block. I can take my kayak out anytime I want or have my toes in the sand pretty much within an hour, any day of the week.
Now, personally, that's one of my favorite things about living here too. It never gets old. There's always some kind of fun outdoor activity to keep you entertained. And you can do pretty much all of them all year round because we have great weather all the time. If it's raining, wait 10 minutes.
Yeah, it passes pretty quickly. Okay, one last one, and it's actually related to the weather.
What'd Kelly say?
Ellie said, I have zero complaints, but I'm still afraid of hurricanes and alligators. Come on.
Stop.
You can't be afraid of this. You need to live your life. And I can say we are in the middle of hurricane season right now. The news has been telling everyone to be prepared for hurricanes. Schools can be canceled and after school sports can be canceled, but it might only be drizzling outside. So truth be told, the Weather Channel can be wrong, and a lot of times they are. So sometimes you're prepared for something that will actually happen.
All the time.
Yeah.
Be prepared.
Yeah, we're not saying don't be prepared, but don't be scared. I keep water and non-perishable food items ready to go.
I was thinking be prepared for the weatherman to be right.
Yeah, that's true. But we've got plenty of lanterns, flashlights. We have a portable generator where if the power were to go out, we'd be able to keep our fridge running. And that's about it. So we won't lose all our food.
Yeah. Keep our laptops running. So out working with y'all. And we typically don't get hit too hard or too often by hurricanes. So if your house isn't right on the water, you should be doing all right. And if your home is gold fortified, you'll be doing even better. So I'll just say this. If you buy on the water, be prepared. And like Jess mentioned, the news is advising everyone to prepare for this hurricane that we're having, Francine. But I haven't seen a single house put up their hurricane shutters. People here are pretty much used to it. You get used to the storms during hurricane season, okay? And not everyone takes extra precautions like you might think they do, because we have a very good track record with hurricanes and just not being the worst.
We have a good track record of dodging hurricanes. And finally, the alligators. Alligators are found in many areas of Alabama, including coastal marshes, swamps, lakes, rivers, reservoirs, canals, streams, farms, ponds, you name it.
Bayous. Yeah, we don't see alligators everywhere like you do in Florida, for example. But like Jess said, if there's a body of water, I would assume there's an alligator there.
Yeah, there's definitely here.
Don't go feeding them. That's how they get used to it. That's how they come used to coming up to you, and they're wild animals. So don't do that. I mean, common sense, right?
Yeah, leave the gators alone. Never feed the alligators. Always be alert. Swim responsibly. Watch your pets. Don't throw fish traps in the water. Watch the gators from a distance.
So what do they call it when you chum?
No chumming. These are all tips to keep you safe. But I don't think you need to be afraid of the gators. They're more afraid of us than we are of them. No.
Alabama may not be everyone's favorite, but plenty of people absolutely love living here, and many are relocating to the area. And the overall sentiment is that folks are genuinely happy and satisfied with their homes in Lower Alabama.
Yep. If you're ready to jump on the popular move to Alabama bandwagon, call us today. We're the #1 relocation team in all of Baldwin County.
So to learn more about living in Lower Alabama, watch this next video.